like. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter.
On a crystal clear late fall afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Cleveland, Ohio, and Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And he'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he's loose at the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
On third down, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going deep for Walker. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the NFL's third leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Complete, it's Henry. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 35 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Ravens 21, Browns 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Now Wilson on 2nd down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Jackson. That is caught.
It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Round 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On second down, here's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
They need 12 here. It's third down.
Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Here's Hardy set to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Here's Jackson to throw. Going deep for Walker. It got his man complete through the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, round 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Wilson going to change things up here.
To throw is Wilson. Off play action. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Amari Cooper, 30 yards.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. The York on now for the extra point.
It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Next to score, Ravens 35, Browns 14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Brandon Stephens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Ravens 49, Browns 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Wilson completes it right side to Cooper. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And now here's another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
There he goes, right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Option right. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Browns 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
Wilson's pass intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half, so where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And again, it's Chubb. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5.
19 tight. Go.
Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Browns. Jerry Jeudy, 70 yards. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Ball away,
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Walker has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and here's another completion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. Jackson options out left, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing is Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Inside handoff, Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it with Henry. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Henry. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Henry up the middle. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb.
And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now it's Wilson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Ravens, that early momentum continues here as they